Welcome back, guys. This is Chuck's Customized Collectibles, the 3 C's, located here in London, Ontario, Canada, where we take ordinary 30-inch Spider-Man and turn them into extraordinary, everyone's favorite Black Venoms. Here at Chuck's Customized Collectibles, we like to say thank you for watching. Please share, like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook at Chuck's Customized Collectibles. All the support be greatly appreciated. So this is the second video of our beginners series. This is where anyone can do these small little things to make these ordinary action figures into extraordinary. And again, we're just keeping it simple. And then after a couple videos, we'll move up to more intermediate, where we get into electrical and we start posing and reposing these figures. But again, the first couple videos are going to be beginners only, and we're going to keep it very basic, where even someone 10 years old with parental supervision could easily do this. So again, welcome back to Chuck's Customized Collectibles. Let's get started. These are the things that you're going to need. Okay, so for basic beginners, but for intermediate, even experts, again, we're going to strongly stress safety, guys. We have this Respirator by 3M, purchased at Canadian Tire, 35 bucks. Can't put a price on your health, and you don't want to be breathing in fine dust from sanding or harmful chemicals from painting. Again, put your safety first, guys. Get yourself a respirator, get yourself a set of safety glasses, and again, get yourself a set of gloves. We got this at the dollar store, $4, 100 set of gloves. Again, they work amazing. You don't want to get paint on your hands and have to use chemicals to remove that paint. So with our beginner series, other than the safety equipment, what is it that you're going to need? Well, with this 30-inch Spider-Man that has scuffs and scrapes and gunk, well, what we're going to need to do is, well, we're going to sand them down, just scuff them up, try and get some of those other scuffs off. And we like to use this Norton sandpaper, again, 400. It's super fine, but it's great for sanding. And you guys, you're going to need to sand. Sand. The second part, after we wash the Spider-Man down and clean them up, we're going to apply this Rust-Oleum gray primer. If you notice here, provides a tight bond for top coat for long lasting finishing. Again, Rust-Oleum, 1 can equals 2. This stuff works amazing. Rust-Oleum has never let me down when it comes to painting many of these customized action figures. The next thing that we're going to need, some Rust-Oleum. Again, ultra cover, 2 times the coverage. 1 can is the equivalent of 2. In this case, we're going to go with a gloss black. And at this point in the video, everyone thinks we're going to be making a Venom. No, we're not. And again, I'm not going to show you the third color because that's going to give it all away. You're going to need some masking tape. Again, you don't want masking tape that's going to super adhere to the plastic, where when you remove it, it removes the paint. Again, let your paint time dry. If it takes a day, if it takes 2 days, let it cure. Other types of masking tape, again, this is from Tamiya, Tamiya. They make a bunch of paints, which is great for airbrushing. They make these masking tapes. Again, I love this masking tape, different sizes, so you can bend it and turn it. Again, I can't say Tamiya. It's just absolutely amazing stuff. The other thing that you're going to need is, in this case, we have a starhead screwdriver placed on my drill. This bit is long, skinny, and it's great for fitting into these tight little holes to remove the screws. We're going to be taking this 31-inch Spiderman apart, and we're going to get the operating table set and knock this out of the park. Okay guys, so we've prepped the operating table. We always express safety first, guys. You have to be safe. And the second thing we promised in the first video is securing your financial future. I'm not doing any promo advertising. I'm just telling you what I do. Found this on Facebook Marketplace. Asker was asking $80. As you know, it's all beat up, it's all scratched, marks. I offered him 10 bucks. Worst case scenario, he says no. He went down to 50. I said, hey, can we be fair? Would you take 25? And he said yes. And I drove and I went and picked it up. Again, a couple hours away. The difference between the 80 and the 25, again, I would have spent the 80, but try to save money so I can redivert that funds into my tax-free savings account, into my RSP. Why an RSP? Because you put X amount in, it brings your taxable income down, hopefully under another tax bracket, and you get that tax back at tax return here in Canada. So again, invest in yourself, invest in your financial future, whether or not it's with RBC, whether or not it's with TD, whether or not it's with American banks. Again, you have to look after your financial futures, guys. On top of that, as you can see, I'm wearing a Camp Day Tim Hortons from the summertime. Again, I purchase these shirts every time it's Camp Day. I look after my community because my community looks after me. You have to look out for each other. You have to give back. You have to lift and give a hand up, not a handout. And get to know your neighbors, guys. Again, I can't express it enough. Give back to your community so your community can give back to you. And that's all I can say. So on to the operation. We're going to put this Spider-Man down. Bam on his front side. We're going to use this drill bit that I purchased at Home Depot. Starhead. This is made by Husky. What I love about it, it's nice and skinny. It's not squared off. Those squared off pieces will not fit in these little holes. You have to get something skinny, and we're going to begin the operation. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so we've unscrewed. However, there is something that you're going to want to know. You have to remove the head. And how do you remove the head without really seriously damaging it? You can do it dry and it will pop off. However, if you warm it up in warm water, you don't want to yank it. Again, I can crank on this and the head will come off. Warm it up with warm water. We're going to soak the head for a few seconds, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to take that head off. We've already unscrewed. Basically, there is a screw up here, so we're going to have to remove that, and then we're going to take this whole back, and the arms and the legs should come all apart. And then we're going to take it all apart, because the more pieces you take apart in prep, the better the outcome. We'll be right back, guys. Okay guys, so we've soaked our Spider-Man in hot running water. I'm telling you, maybe a minute. Pops right off. You don't have to damage it. Now what I do like to do with my customized action figures, I like to make a little slit here with an X-Acto knife because I want to be able to take off the head a little bit more easier, and I don't want to have to soak it every time. So I cut it with an X-Acto, and I just, again, I make a couple lines, one here, one at the side, one at the top, and again, that way the head pops on and off, but it's still on there nice and secure. We remove the head because, as I mentioned, there's one more screw. So let's remove that screw and get this thing apart. Okay guys, we removed the legs, and again, we always make sure the screws all come out. We want to make sure they're organized. In this case, I normally use a jar, but I'm actually going to put them in a plastic bag. And make sure we keep them all organized. We don't lose any, because that really sucks. And so we managed to take out all the screws. So what I do is I look at all these little holes, just make sure they're all clear. And then I have all the screws, and I put them in a nice Ziploc bag for when I'm putting it all back together. So in this case, this Spider-Man, as I mentioned, the torso is connected to the body. So we just remove that, and we remove the torso. And again, guys, there are still screws in these holes. So I always just make sure I pop them out. Well, you can see it's got the blue, it's got this line here, right? This is actually a different plastic housed in. Now, I've never tried to take it apart. I worry if I do, am I ever going to get it back into place? Doesn't really look all that hard. Again, I think if I am going to take it apart, it would give us a better painting job, but you got to make sure if you are going to paint, don't paint on the opposite side of this, or you'll never get this piece of plastic back into place. And certainly you don't want to, when you're painting, again, you are going to overspray, and these little pieces here where the screws and the other body connects, you have to clean them off, guys, or you just have a hard time getting the piece back together. We'll see you in a few minutes. We're gonna get this all sanded down. Okay guys, taking this apart, and I was debating, I figured, you know what, I'm gonna make another video. So, very simple. I took it apart. I wanted to see just how easy it is to click back into place. Very easy. Just lift these little tabs, and it comes apart. So we're going to take it apart, and we're going to try something different. So I'll be the guinea pig in this case, and let's see if it works. We'll paint this individually, and then we'll paint this individually, making sure that we don't get anything in these lines. Again, you have to make sure these lines are clear, or you're never going to get it back together. On top of that, I was showing you this one here. So I did experiment. I did take it apart. I wanted to see how easy it was to put back together. That way you guys don't go out and you guys have to try it, and then next thing you know, it doesn't work for you. So again, very easy. These little tabs here, you just lift and you pull the tabs down on an angle, and then you'll see it lifts away because it tucks into right here. And once I remove this, and you'll notice what I'm talking about. See, I just pull it downward. So here, I know it's going to be hard to see, but this is where it tucks in. And again, very easy to put back. You just line up that one corner piece like so. So you tuck it in first. Make sure you get your tabs in place, because you can see on the sides here where the tabs, there's lines, so it's able to start at the bottom and lift back upwards into that groove. And again, I've already tried to do it. It worked. So I am gonna, live a little curiously here. And so I'm just tucking it in. I know it's hard to see because, again, I got the video straight. And then I make sure these tabs are ready to be lifted up. and put into place. Not very hard. Once you see it, guys, and once you do it, not very hard at all. You just got to make sure you tuck it into that groove. And once it's tucked in, and you make sure the bottom pieces go in, and voila. I know it takes a few seconds, guys, but again, not very hard. You just got to make sure you put in all those little pieces into the grooves, and they'll go right back into place. Very, very easy. So I am going to take it apart. I'm going to be the test subject on this, and then at the end of it, we'll see if there's any sanding or anything that we have to do in order to get these pieces apart. And my belief is the more you take it apart, the better the finished product is. And I don't mind, because I have 3 more of these in order to do. So we're going to take it apart and clean it all up. And then I'm going to show you a picture of what everything looks like all taken apart. Okay, guys, so we've taken it all apart. You'll notice I didn't take this one apart or the other foot. The feet are really, really dirty, and keeping them together so I can scuff it and clean it, I just think it makes a little bit more sense. Again, this is damaged. You can see a big crack in it, and we can fix that. And how you fix something like that is you use something like this. JB Clearwell. I've used this to repose figures. Works amazing, dries pretty quick. You mix A and B together equally, not very complicated. And that's what I'll probably end up doing, just to fix that crack in the foot. Again, this is why you ask for discounts, guys. Right? But we're going to lightly sand all that off using the 400 grit fine sandpaper. And I purchased that at Home Depot. It does come in a set of 2 or 3. I think it's $5. Or you get a set of 15, and you get the 15 for $15. So again, when you're trying to save some money because everyone has a budget, you buy it in a larger bulk, save yourself some money. And when it comes to sanding, guys, the most important thing, get yourself a respirator. You don't want to be breathing in any of this fine dust. Do it in a well-ventilated area. I leave my garage door open, and I have fans that are blowing it outward and trying to get it away from me. But again, and then invest in a nice drill bit, skinny, so it can fit into these tight holes. So we're going to leave this as it is. Come tomorrow morning, we're going to start sanding, and I do have to work. So after I'm done work, hopefully we will get to priming it. And but after sanding it, we do have to wash it. And I'd like to lightly wash it with dish soap, vinegar, again, stuff to get all the residue, all the gunk, all the years of dirt and grime that builds up, because trust me, you can see it. And if you paint over top of it, you're going to see it. So take your time, do the prep, do the work, do the sanding, do the scuffing, clean, more sand, and then it'll be ready for prep. We'll see you come tomorrow. Okay, guys, so we've sanded off the Spider-Man, used the respirator. If you don't believe me, look at the dust paint that's on my shirt. I could have been breathing that in. Again, safety first, guys. Use the respirator. So we're going to go and give Spider-Man a nice bath with dish soap, some vinegar, and we're gonna try and clean up these lines. And again, I know it's hard to see, but when we're scuffing away, all we're really looking for is lines in the plastic, something for the paint to adhere to. Now I'll go over the insides just before I put it into the bath, and but we'll get them all cleaned up, and then it's on to priming. See you in a few. We also had a damaged foot, so we used some JB Weld and put it together, and pretty easy. So everything's all sanded down. If you look carefully, you can see the lines in the plastic. That's what we were aiming for. And we're gonna get it all primed up using Rust-Oleum's 2 times the coverage, gray primer. Again, great for bonding the plastic. So we're gonna do that now. Okay, everyone. So as you can see, we've been masking, and I recommend this Tamiya masking tape. Bought it at a hardware store, and again, Tamiya. I know it's hard to see, but that's what I recommend. This stuff works amazing, especially compared to this painter's tape from the local hardware store. Invaluable. Stuff works amazing, guys. Give it a try. And take your time masking, because the more time you take, the better outcome. And we're not going to bore you with the rest of it. We've got a couple more pieces to mask up, and then we're going to move on with the final product. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back to Chuck's Customized Collectibles, the 3 C's, located here in London, Ontario. And here's the final verdict. Second video for Chuck's Customized Collectibles, and we are not going to disappoint. I would have to say this is probably one of the best pieces that I have ever made. The turnout is absolutely amazing. So without further ado, we're going to show you where we started, what we've done before, and what we've just done now. I'm so excited, and I'm sure you guys just love the final end. Okay, everyone, for moment of truth, this is where we started. Again, we have this 31-inch cool looking Spider-Man, and this isn't the original one that we customized, but this is, again, one of the other ones I do plan on customizing. It's cool. Unfortunately, the colors are a little blah. This one's been cleaned up versus the other ones that we've had, and they're all beaten up. So again, really cool looking Spider-Man, but we're going to show you what we've done right now. So this is the Black Venom Spider-Man we've already completed before we started this video. It turned out amazing and very simple. Basically just used Rust-Oleum black, and turned out amazing. I absolutely love it. And everyone that comes over, I haven't had one person ever say that looks horrible. Again, very proud of it, and it just looks absolutely stunning. However, on to the final reveal. Wait until you see what we've just accomplished. I'm very proud, and I'm very excited to show you what we've done. All right, everyone, the final reveal. We have an armored Spider-Man. Absolutely love it. It shines. We used Rust-Oleum black gloss with primer spray paint, and then we used the Rust-Oleum metallic paint as well, and it just absolutely came out amazing. It shines, and again, couldn't be more proud of how this came out. The black and chrome and the chrome metallic Rust-Oleum paint just shines, and I can't be more proud and how surprised this actually came out. Again, we took out some of the plastic pieces here, clipped them back into place, which we showed earlier in the video. We masked off the arms. Again, wasn't very hard to do, just took a little bit of extra time. But from what we went from and what we've done in the past and to what we've just accomplished, I couldn't be more proud, and hopefully you guys love it as much as I do. If you like the video, please hit that like button, subscribe, follow us on Facebook at Chuck's Customized Collectibles, and we're always looking for your input, your thoughts. Please do share. Share with your friends and family. This is family-friendly content, and again, we go by step-by-step instructions on how you can turn ordinary into extraordinary, and this is an absolute amazing Spider-Man, and I couldn't be more proud. If you like what you see, please, again, like, share, subscribe, follow us on Facebook at Chuck's Customized Collectibles, and I'm just excited about our next project. Couldn't believe what my son came up with, and we're actually going to make it. And again, we're going to start another video very, very soon. Thank you very much, guys. And again, hopefully you guys will take the time and follow some of these instructions and just make some of your own fantastic pieces of art. If you have, send them our way. We're always interested in what other people have done. Again, thank you for watching, guys. And again, this is Chuck's Customized Collectibles, the 3 C's, located here in London, Ontario, Canada. And until the next video, which I can't wait to show you what we're doing next, but it'll be a part of the beginner series again. Thank you for watching, guys. This is Chuck's Customized Collectibles, the 3 C's, located here in London, Ontario, Canada. We just accomplished an amazing feat. We've turned the red and blue Spider-Man into a black and white Venom, and now into a black chrome armored Spider-Man. Absolutely amazing, guys. Thank you for all the support, all the likes, all the comments. Please like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook at Chuck's Customized Collectibles. We're coming out with a new video very, very soon. It'll be the 3rd of our beginner series. Again, Chuck's Customized Collectibles signing off, and thank you all for the support.